Google Doc, and then how to do either a synchronous or asynchronous collaboration with someone on a Google Doc. First thing you need to do is get yourself signed into Google, and you can see up here in this corner that I've got myself signed in. Now Google has made a couple of changes to documents. If you are a person that likes to do some beta testing for Google, you may see at the top the word Drive, and I've got Drive listed up here. Otherwise, on that menu bar going across the top of your screen, you will see something that says Documents. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Drive here, and as I said, you will probably want to click on Documents. And when I click on Drive, it's going to actually take me into the documents that I have created and those that have been shared with me. I'm going to walk you through the steps to actually get a Google Doc created. You will notice on the left-hand side of your screen the Create button. When I click on Create, I get a drop-down menu, and you can see you have several items here that you can create, of which one of them is Documents. And Documents is like using a word processor type program. The presentation is PowerPoints. The spreadsheet, that is what it is. It's a spreadsheet. It looks like Excel. Forms, if you want to do any kind of online survey to get information from participants, you can use that. When you during the first week of class, you guys used a Google form to submit your Gmail account and your Google Sites account to me. Drawing brings up a board that you can do some real basic drawings on, and that can be done collaborative with someone else. And then folder, if you get a lot of documents and you want to begin to organize them, and you can see that I do have some folders sitting over here, then you can use this option as well. And you'll notice that there are other things that they are continuing to add, and as with technology, it's always changing. So this, in a few weeks' time may look different. All right, we are going to create a document. So I'm going to select Document, and you will see that it takes me into what looks like a very basic type of word processing screen. The very first thing you want to do up here in the Untitled document, you always want to click in here and change this, and label your document some kind of a naming convention that's going to make sense to you. So I'm going to call this WSC EDU 682, and I'm going to label it as an agenda, and click on OK, and you will now see that this has been labeled. And one of the really cool features about Google is it's doing constant saving for you, and this is an automatic feature. You don't have to enable it, it's set in there. Alright, so I've got my WSC EDU 682 agenda, and I've typed that in. I can highlight this. I've got my centering tool here. If I want to boldface this, I can. I can change the fonts, change the font size. Maybe I'll set that to 12. Strike my enter key time a couple times there, put it back. And now maybe what I want to do is I'm going to put in attendees. And I'm not really sure who's coming to this particular meeting, and maybe I need to make a notation here as to some materials that I'm going to need. And as I'm looking at this, I think, gosh, I really need some help from someone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share out this document with a colleague. Up in the upper right corner, you'll see a blue box that says Share. I'm going to click on that. And you can see that because I started this document, that I am the owner, and I have the option down here to enter in some people's names. So I'm going to invite a colleague of mine, Rhonda Jindra, to collaborate on this, and I've got her in my contact list, so her name is now appearing here. And Google Docs automatically defaults anyone who's invited to giving them the edit permissions. If I just wanted Rhonda to come in here and just comment or just be able to read what is in the document, I could set those permissions up at this point. But I'm going to allow her to edit. Notice that it's going to send her an email. So I'm going to now click on share and save. And now you can see the email has been sent to Rhonda's email account, and she has these editing permissions. If at any time I want to change those, I can click down on that. I can transfer ownership to her, or if I want to completely remove her, I could hit the X here. All right, I'm going to click on done. And now Rhonda's got the email that has been sent to her. So I'm seeing now that Rhonda has read her email, and I can see up here in the corner it says one other viewer, and it's got this fuchsia color. If I click on this drop down, I am seeing that Rhonda Jindra is now online, and she has the document open. So I'm going to just send her a little notification. I'm going to say, good afternoon, Rhonda. Thanks for your help. So now I've sent that chat to Rhonda, and she can respond to that if she'd like. Otherwise, we can actually begin. Okay, so she did respond. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask her via chat to drop in some people who will be attending this particular meeting. So I'm going to say, will you please add some names of people who will be attending this meeting. All right, so now she's going to read that, and you can see here on the screen this fuchsia colored thing, and when I hover over that, it's giving me her name. I'm going to tell her on the agenda. So now she knows that she's got to put in some names for me, and she's asking anyone in particular to add. I'm going to say people who you think should attend this meeting. All right, so now she's going to go, oh, okay, so you can see that she's beginning to populate some people that should be attending this. And while she's doing that, I can actually be putting in here and materials that we may be needing. Let's see, we'll probably need a computer, maybe a PowerPoint. I'm going to ask Rhonda if there's other materials that we need. See if she'll respond to that. And then a really cool feature is I could actually come over here and highlight my name, come up to the top and choose insert. I can insert a comment, and I can say need to publish last meeting's minutes. So that comment now sits on that side, and Rhonda can see it, I can see it, whoever has permissions to be viewing this can see that. Now if Rhonda would make a comment, and I'm going to tell her to do that. Alright, so she's going to go ahead and insert a comment. You can see that she's added some information along the side here. So we'll see, oh, she doesn't know how to make a comment. Alright, so I'm going to tell her to go to insert, choose insert comment or new comment. So let's see if she can figure that out. She's pretty sharp, I'm sure she can. All right, there, okay, so now we can see that Rhonda has made a comment over here along the side, and it's saying, who's bringing snacks? Now if I want to respond to that, I can click on this and I can say, you are, and hit reply, And so now we have a little dialogue going on in the comments. Now you might wonder, why would someone choose to use the comment feature rather than using the chat feature? When Rhonda and I exit out of this document, everything that's in the chat bar will go away, but the comments will stay in the document. So these are archived. These comments will be archived. The chat that's going along over here along the side will disappear. All right, so she's saying that she will probably do a fruit tray and maybe a fruit dip, and I'm fine with that. So I'm going to click on resolve up here, and I'm going to mark, when I click on resolve, it's going to mark it as being taken care of, and it's now gone. You may wonder then, how does that keep track? Every time someone inserts a comment or an issue gets resolved, you get notification in your Gmail account that these things have been taken care of. All right, last thing that I want to show you is if you come over here to File and choose See Revision History, when I click on this, I can see everything that has occurred in this document. If I want to see just what I have done, there's the information that I've entered in. Then at 2:30 today, here's the information that I entered in as well as Rhonda. Now Rhonda's is appearing in the fuchsia color and mine is in green. And then our last piece of information where Rhonda added the Apple TV, the TV here at the end. This revision history can be a valuable piece of information for you as a teacher. If you are having students using Google Docs as a collaborative tool and you want to monitor how much each of the student has contributed, here is your information along the side. Or if something would happen to the document, maybe a student gets in a disagreement with another student and they think that they'll just go in and wipe out the entire document. As long as you own that document, you can step the document back by using the revision history over here. So if I wanted to click on this piece right here, I have the option to restore at this point and choose to use this. And as I said before, Google Docs is running a save at all times. So this is happening in the background. If I would now close this document, so I'm going to click over, I'm going to close this window right here, and I'm just going to say thanks to Rhonda. So I've sent a reply to her to let her know that I'm finishing up. And then I'm going to actually exit out of this document. I'll just tell her that I will talk to her later. And now I'm going to go ahead and exit out of the document. Now you're wondering, where is that in my Google Docs? If I come up here to the top and type in WSC, everything that I have done that has that tag on there, it is in my Google Docs, so I can select this second option. And when I come back, you can see here's the document that Rhonda and I had been collaborating on. Now this piece can be shared with other people if I wanted someone else to jump in on this at any point, or if Rhonda wants to work on this maybe later this evening, she can do that. So there you're getting a picture of the synchronous where we're both live and doing it at the same time, or the asynchronous where she can choose to work on this when it suits her schedule, or I can work on it when it suits my schedule. So given this quick demonstration, your goal this week is to create a Google Doc, share it with me and with at least 1 to 2 other people in the class. You should have access to their Gmail accounts. I sent you that invitation to be able to view everyone's Gmail accounts. So experiment with Google Docs and see if you can figure out ways that you can use this in your classroom. Good luck. I hope you're enjoying the class, and reach out to me if you need help. Thanks.